Dun dun dun. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and today there's quite a bit of news, which is a good thing I'm just hitting puberty at 40. That's awesome. Which is always a good thing. That's more money spent on plastic, more things to go, I wish it would get here. Even though we're getting new stuff constantly, it's just like, okay, cool. What do I get next? Awesome. But most of this stuff is for the end of the year, next year, middle of next year. Some of those import companies are freaking wacky. But let's talk about a little bit of Bandai, a little bit of Hasbro, some Marvel Select, some Transformers actually, and then a whole lot of MAFEX, and a little bit of articulated icons. First of all, I don't do the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. I fell into the model kits, and I'm just trying to stick with that scale, that size, that aesthetic. But man, Bandai throws out something like this, like the Kid Goku from Dragon Ball. It is very, very tempting. Now don't get me wrong, Yamcha and Tien also very tempting, but you get to Kid Goku and there's just something so cute, so adorable about it that I don't know if I'll be able to pass up this one. Now there hasn't been a full solicitation yet, only these few pictures, a little bit of information, but they've already sold me on it. I'm already there. I can stand here all day going, I'm not buying the SH Figuarts line, but this is, yeah. Now he comes with a staff, he comes with Nimbus, he comes with several face options. Just adorable. So adorable. And then of course he comes with the 4-star Dragon Ball. Now this costs $55, which seems a little bit extravagant, maybe. I'm thinking this figure is kind of small. Maybe it's the Nimbus. I don't know. Maybe it's an actual Dragon Ball coming with it. Yeah, you can make a wish on it. But for $55, it seems like should be getting a little bit more here. But it does release in January. No word on if it's a Soul Web exclusive yet, like Tien and Yamcha. But with it being Goku, surely it's a widespread release. Magazine scans are also popping up for the Bandai SH Figuarts Street Fighter Akuma. Now after the Storm Collectibles Akuma was solicited, and he looks kind of like Cowardly Lion, a lot of people seem to be flocking to the SH Figuarts line. I still like the Storm Collectibles figures overall, because the articulation, the build is just so damn fantastic. I didn't much care for the look of Ryu in the SH Figuarts line, but them going classic with Akuma may be the deal breaker for a lot of people. Now again, this hasn't been officially solicited, but from this magazine scan we can glean that it comes with at least a couple of faces, at least a couple of sets of hands, and then the effect. But it also does say that it is $60, which, again, Kid Goku, $55, Akuma, $60. It doesn't balance out somehow. And this will be released in January of 2018. Diamond Select has teased the Marvel Select Black Panther. Assuming this is the movie figure, it'll go along with all the other movie figures they've released. It looks good proportionally, but the dumpling is looking even better. I'm from the South. This is what chicken and dumplings look like most of the time. Or I'm hungry. One or the other. I'm not sure. The Marvel Unlimited Marvel Legends exclusive figure for this year is Tony Stark. A little bit lackluster. I can understand it being an exclusive for what it is, you know. It's just reuse of parts put in this configuration. But I think what's throwing me is the shirt and tie combo of Iron Man colors. It's kind of genius. It kind of works, but the colors, I don't know. I feel like it should have been maybe a yellow and a brighter red or something. More of a classic look. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. And there is precedent for this because apparently Robert Downey Jr. did show up at some panel or convention or something wearing this outfit. I don't know. Now, as you may have gathered, I don't talk about Transformers a lot on here. I don't collect a lot of them. I can't keep up with a lot of them. It's too hard to keep up with all the stuff I do keep up with. And on top of that, another whole line that has third-party releases, has overseas releases. You have Takara, you have Hasbro. There's just too much. But when something catches my eye, it catches my eye. Now, I have been on the fence a while now about the Toys Alliance Mega Action Series Optimus Prime. 18-inch Optimus Prime, looking badass. It doesn't actually transform, which, unpopular opinion, I would like a line of Transformers characters that are just robots. They don't transform. And that's what this is giving us. 18 inches, which is It's fudgeable into the 6-inch scale, which is my preferred scale for all my other action figures. Well, today Toys Alliance has shown a couple of promotional pictures for their MAS-02 Megatron. Looking beautiful, looking great. And you give me a pair like this, you give me the main good guy, you give me the main bad guy, it makes it even more tempting for me, because then you have a pair, you have a set, you have a shelf display. I have the Masterpiece Prime. Well, I have the one that came with the gold parts. I painted those parts chrome, so I have Masterpiece Prime. But I haven't picked up Megatron yet. I don't know if I should pick up MP Megatron to go with my MP Optimus Prime, because I have a few other Transformers laying around that display, or should I get the 18-inch Prime and then get the 18-inch Megatron and then have them with my Legends and such. I know there are way bigger problems in the world, but at this moment, it's this decision. This is the weighing on my mind the most. Now, like I said, 18 inches tall, it touts 72 points of articulation, including fingers. Whew! There's LEDs in the eyes and in the cannon on the arm. Best of all, for those of you who don't do third-party releases or bootlegs or any of that, officially licensed by Hasbro. It's weird that the chest opens up like that. I don't remember that. Of course, it's been a long time since I've actually sat down and watched a bunch of Transformer cartoons. So, I don't know, this may happen somewhere that I can't remember, which is more than likely because I'm getting old, even though I'm just hitting puberty. So I'm young, but I'm old, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Now, if it's anything like Prime, it'll be between $150, $200, somewhere in there. Not bad. That's comparable to Masterpiece prices. And it's set for December of this year. Come on, Christmas money. And then we get into Medicom. Oh, this week has been brutal on the pre-orders for Medicom. Now, like I always say, MAFEX, yes, you never know what you're getting. Prototypes look pretty. You'll pre-order it, you get it, it either falls apart or it doesn't look quite like the prototype, QC issues, or sometimes it just kicks complete ass, like Boba Fett. And then sometimes we get apology figures. The first C-3PO, yeah, terrible, fell apart. The second C-3PO with the red arm, pretty good. It held together, better size, more stable, looked great. So when we come around to the Justice League Batman and Superman, maybe these are apology figures. Now, Batman doesn't look like it's reusing any parts from the first release, but that first MAFEX Batman was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I will admit that. And this one's looking great too. I'm loving the look of Batman from this movie. Now, it comes with 3 weapons. It comes with 4 batarangs. It comes with several sets of hands. I am digging the angry head, the alternate face, because the other one looks just kind of bored, like he's... Can we go punch something now? How about now? Sure, now. If I get this, it'll definitely be Angry Face. It'll run you about $58, and it's set to release in January of 2018. Get around to Superman, and by God, this better be an apology figure, because that first one, as much as I hate on the C-3PO, the Superman was nearly just as bad. Not quite as fall-aparty. Gotta stop adding E to the end of words. But the engineering and some of the stuck joints were terrible. I didn't like how the cape was wired. It didn't work nearly as well as the Batman. So this one, yeah, it better be like, hey, sorry for the first one. Here's a great one. Now this comes with several sets of hands, and most of the solicitations say 2 faces, but I'm thinking there's 3. It looks like 3 different looks. There's the, concentrating look, there's the angry look, and then there's the I'm kind of scared for my planet. I don't know what I just did. I feel sick. I'm not sure what this third face is, but options are good. You can use one of the other 2. Now this is also $58 and comes out in March of 2018. Which brings us to Flash. Now like I've said before, I'm not fully invested in this look. It looks tied together. It looks random. It looks hodgepodge. But after being told that it may supposed to look like that because he actually did that from several parts from other places out of materials that won't burn up at super speed, yeah, it's growing on me, especially if the rumors are true that he is getting a different costume later on. More integrated, more superhero-y. God, I gotta stop. What's with the Ys? But it's almost like Medicom didn't actually know how to pose them. Yeah, here's some running poses. Here's... I don't know what this pose is. But, whatever. It can do the poses. I think that's the point of the pictures. He comes with several hands. He comes with an unmasked Justin Longhead. I'm just kidding. I know that's just what he reminds me of. The odd thing about it, though, $67 compared to the Batman and Superman at $58. I don't know if they did a cheaper price on Superman and Batman because there's already options out there, or yeah, I couldn't tell you. He doesn't come with any more optional pieces, and yeah, it's a whole new sculpt, but so is Batman, or at least a lot of them is. Or maybe he's not. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I don't work for these companies. And then finally, Medicom has solicited the Batman Begins Scarecrow. Now, we saw this in a sneaky picture a couple weeks ago. Looked great. We saw a sneaky picture of Demon Batman. Come to find out, it's all one release. Now, that's not taking anything away from Scarecrow. He looks scary as hell. I always thought it was kind of a simple costume, but worked effectively. Did what it was supposed to do. But to also get an unmasked head of Scarecrow, even better. That makes me happy. I like how MAFEX sometimes goes above and beyond on the extras to make it a little bit more worth it. Of course, I was just talking about Flash, who doesn't come with shit. Now I'm talking about MAFEX is great. It may be because I'm more excited about this release, because we're getting the Batman Begins suit, we're getting more figures from the Nolan trilogy, we're getting an updated Joker, a new Bane, an updated Catwoman. They're going crazy with that trilogy. And you know what? I'm good with that. Anyway, Scarecrow also comes with a mask that's at rest. He can hold it in his hand for when he has the unmasked head on the body. He also comes with a lighter. So tiny, so small. Goodbye. You will be lost in carpet hell. And I will be like, that Zippo was cool, but I have no clue where it is now. At this point in my collecting career, I wouldn't mind this to be sculpted into a hand that you put on. Because right now, he's got the open hand, you shove the Zippo into it, there's always that chance it's going to pop out or fall out. That it won't be molded right, something. Yeah, just mold it to a hand, paint it up. On top of all that, he comes with the parts for Demon Batman. Demon Batman isn't its own release. You get the head, you get the chest piece, you get the tattered cape, you get the clawed hands, and you get what looks like the belt that goes on the Batman Begins figure, and then I've probably said Beyond a couple times before that. If I did, I apologize, but now my brain's going Begins. And I'm already too far. I'm too deep. Batman Begins Batman that comes out in November, I think it is. It's scheduled for November. Which is a cool feature and a lot of extras for Scarecrow, which makes this one totally worth it. I doubt I'm going to buy 2 Batman Begins figures to have one as Demon Batman, but the options are there. Options are good. You've heard me say that many a time before. You'll hear me say it many a time after. Now this is going for $58. Again, Flash is 66, 67, whatever he is. Come back around to all of these extras on Scarecrow and he's 58. I don't understand. But you know what? I've already pre-ordered it. Who cares? And then he's set to release in May of 2018. Crazy bastards. I'm planning stuff out for next summer. How does that work? How did we get to this point? Now, last week I mentioned that we're going to be selling some of the overstock we have for some of the articulated icons, ninjas, and samurais. That sale will be next Friday, starting Labor Day weekend. We'll start at about noon. We'll run it until Monday, sometime late, whenever we decide to close it, or if quantities run out before then, while supplies last. Now, this will just be a test of the store, a test of the shipping setup from that store, and then just to kind of even things out in the numbers for each of the figures. It'll probably be just the ninjas, all the ninjas, and the samurais, all the samurais. Maybe the arms pack. But the martial artists, slim supplies on those, so those will wait around till we open the actual store, which at a later time. Right now we're just looking at next weekend, 4 days. See how it goes. Hopefully everything runs smooth. You get the drift. Also, when we log down the store address, we'll put that out in an announcement on the Fwoosh front page. We'll also be selling from the Fwoosh front page, but we'll also have a storefront off the front page. But we'll have announcements I'll probably be talking about it next week. So, yeah, articulated icons Labor Day sale. That's what we'll call it. Also, don't forget about voting in the Fwoosh Marvel Legends Top 10. Go over there, get your votes in. We'll probably be closing the vote on that Tuesday, Wednesday. We want to stop that, get that out of the way to move in the articulated icon sale. Choose your 10, get over there, vote, throw those down. I still need to do that. I can't even decide. I could write a list of 10 today. Tomorrow it'll be something completely different. Or somebody will go, hey, remember Cardiac? Remember Prowler? Remember Rocket Racer? And I'll be like, oh, I need to add those to my top 10 too. I'm so indecisive. So if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. I forgot how to end it, even though I've done this many a time now.